Top 7 sprinkler systems installed without a zone map. You might have once believed that simply installing an automatic irrigation system would allow your garden to run itself perfectly, with plants receiving adequate water every day without you having to give it a second thought. But what many people don't realize is that an irrigation system without a clear zone map is almost certain to operate inefficiently. Each area of your garden has different water needs. Sunny spots require more water, shaded areas need less, and grass requires different amounts than shrubs and flowers. But when everything is lumped into a single watering schedule, the result is that some spots become waterlogged while others stay parched. Have you ever seen your garden having both lush green patches and withered ones, even though the system runs regularly every day? And the problem doesn't stop there. When a leak or blockage occurs, the lack of a map leaves you essentially guessing, digging up sections one by one to find the fault. A time-consuming and costly task that could have been avoided. So, are you investing in convenience or are you creating a system that you don't truly control? Top 6 artificial turf with no proper drainage or infill. Artificial turf is often seen as the ultimate solution for those who want a green garden without the maintenance, no mowing, no watering. Everything sounds perfect until you start using it in practice, especially when it is installed without a proper drainage system and the right infill. On hot days, this surface absorbs heat and becomes so hot that you cannot walk barefoot. And children and pets start to avoid the area as well. A space originally designed for relaxation becomes difficult to use. Have you ever felt your garden was beautiful but unusable? Additionally, without infill, the surface quickly flattens out, loses its elasticity, and increasingly looks like an old carpet. Rainwater and waste don't drain away, but accumulate instead, creating unpleasant odors over time. So, are you choosing a labor-saving solution or inadvertently creating a low-quality space in the long run? Top 5 decorative edging and rigid borders. A clear border always brings a sense of tidiness and completion to a garden, which is why so many people choose decorative edging like metal, plastic, or brick. But the reality is not as simple as it looks. Metal can shift over time, and if it sticks up slightly, it can damage lawnmowers. Plastic degrades quickly under the sun and becomes brittle and cracked after just a few seasons, while brick and stone are affected by the weather, especially freeze-thaw cycles, causing them to shift and create borders that are no longer straight. Have you ever invested in making your garden look better only to have to perform constant repairs? Interestingly, the most effective solution is the simplest one, a natural cut trench between the grass and the planting beds. No materials are needed, there is no complex maintenance, and it always maintains a sharp look. So, are you looking for instant perfection or a sustainable solution over time? Top 4 river rock and gravel as ground cover. Pebbles and decorative stones are often marketed as a low-maintenance solution. You just spread them once and almost never have to worry again. But what many people don't realize is that problems start to appear after some time. Stone absorbs heat and holds it for a long time, making the surrounding area hotter and causing the soil beneath to dry out faster. This directly affects plant roots, making it hard for them to grow. Have you ever wondered why plants in graveled areas struggle despite regular care? And the issues don't end there. Weeds still grow through the stone layer and are even harder to remove because the roots cling deep into the gravel. Each weeding session becomes a frustrating, time-consuming chore. Furthermore, gravel tends to migrate out of its original area, spreading into the lawn and posing a hazard during mowing. Over time, they sink into the soil and are nearly impossible to fully recover. So are you choosing a simple solution or creating a more complex problem? Top 3. Oversized water features built without proper sizing. A water feature like a small pond or waterfall can transform a garden into an emotionally relaxing space. The sound of running water and light reflections create a very distinct experience. But when not designed correctly, it can become a source of constant trouble. One of the most common mistakes is not properly calculating the pump size and capacity. Water that doesn't circulate fast enough allows algae to grow, and in no time, the clear water becomes murky and smelly. Have you ever invested in a feature for relaxation only to spend time dealing with it every week? Placement is also a key factor. If placed under trees, falling leaves will accumulate and decompose. If placed in a low spot, rainwater carrying mud and dirt will flow in. All of this accelerates the system's deterioration. And when there's a leak, finding and fixing it can become a costly project. So, are you creating a focal point or a never-ending source of work? Top 2. Stamped with concrete without expansion joints. Stamped concrete offers the look of natural stone at a more affordable price, which is why many choose it for their patios. But what not everyone is warned about is that concrete always changes with temperature. It expands when hot and contracts when cold. Without properly designed expansion joints, pressure builds up and leads to surface cracks. Once cracked, repairs can almost never make it look like it did originally. Colors become uneven, patterns are broken, and the entire area loses its finished look. Have you ever seen a patio look degraded after just a few years, even though it was beautiful at first? Additionally, the surface can become slippery when wet, creating a safety hazard. So, are you choosing a solution that looks good immediately, or one that can maintain its value over time? Top 1. Invasive privacy plants like running bamboo and leyland cypress. Privacy is one of the most important factors in garden design, and fast-growing plants are often seen as the perfect solution to achieve it quickly. But that very growth rate is the source of major problems. Running bamboo spreads underground at a pace you can hardly control. It can cross property lines, invade neighboring areas, and even damage hard structures. Have you ever imagined that a choice in your garden could lead to a dispute with neighbors? And once it has spread, removal is a long and expensive process. Meanwhile, leyland cypress grows fast but has a shallow root system and is prone to disease. In a short time, you could lose the entire row, leading to high replacement costs. So, are you looking for a quick fix or a sustainable solution? And is privacy worth the trade-off for such long-term risks?